What we do here is go back.
This is Eat and Drink, the mini episode, hosted by Ali Hassan and Marco Timpano. Some mature content and language may come up, so consider yourself warned. Now, get ready for Eat and Drink.
This is a mini episode.
But mini episode with maximum passion delivered through the microphone and through my heart on this issue here.
Our mini episodes get a lot of strong reaction.
And I'm glad
my
they
friend.
do, because
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to you right now. I'm going to give this to you
straight.
Right now. There is a meat-free movement that is really, heading places.
Yeah.
It's the meat-free movement has been on for a long
Sure.
time, but right now with all these plant-based foods, people are celebrating these plant-based burgers and plant-based sausages and all this, and I think it is very bad news.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that's where you stand on that.
Yes, this is why I don't tell you what we're going to talk about.
Oh,
before. This is why you
man.
don't tell me. I don't like it. I
You
don't
zagged
like
where
it.
I thought you were going to
know.
zig.
I know.
Oh, man.
I'll tell you why. I
Okay,
don't
tell
like
me.
it, okay?
First of all, I've had a Beyond Meat burger at a local chain called A&W, and I
Yes.
thought it was exquisite. So I'm
Right.
going to start with that,
Oh,
lobbing that
hey.
ball to you, okay?
And you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to zig where you just zigged. The first time I ever had it was called an Impossible Burger.
Okay.
The Impossible Burger, not available in Canada. I had it in L.A.
That's Los Angeles
That's
for anyone.
Los Angeles, for those of you who have just woken up from God knows what, huh? You went in a coma when you were 2 and
Yeah.
nobody taught you anything. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I go to this place. I can't remember the name of the bar. Very, very well-known bar in this neighborhood in L.A. Meet a few friends there. It is at a point where I'm doing, in the end, it was like 2 months of vegan eating. My
wow.
daughter's health was not great.
Okay.
In solidarity with her, we were saying, let's try no, food without any, what is it called? Hormones.
Hormones,
Hormone-free food. Let's
Great.
do vegan, right? So I'm vegan and I'm in L.A. and I'm like, ugh, this is a bad time to be vegan. But then my friend goes, this is a great place to be vegan. Are you kidding? L.A. is amazing for this. So I see on the menu the Impossible Burger, and I'm like, well, she's right. I'm going to get the Impossible Burger. Anyway, burger arrives.
And this is a meatless burger, right?
This is a meatless burger.
Right.
This is what I've ordered. Burger arrives. I take a bite out of it. It's a regular burger.
Oh, no.
So I'm conflicted
Right.
because it is unbelievable. It's a really good burger
Okay.
because I've been vegan
Sure.
for like 6 weeks at that time. I'm like, God, this tastes so good. Should I just finish it and
Right.
be like, oh, I didn't know? Or do I send it
did
back?
you enjoy your time as a vegan, or were you always kind of...
I enjoyed it.
Okay, you did. Okay.
I did enjoy it.
All right, all
I
right.
did. There was genuinely a feeling of lightness
Great,
and all this,
okay.
but I miss meat.
Sure.
So here it is, 6 weeks later, this beef burger, and I'm like, oh, God, this is so good. Now, do I send this back?
Right.
And I think of my poor wife, who's at home alone, doing the vegan thing in
Oh,
solidarity
right.
without me. I'm generally the cook at home.
Sure.
And I go, nah, I got to call. So I tell the waiter, I go, man, I ordered the Impossible Burger as a beef burger. He goes, it's the Impossible Burger. I go, buddy, I'm pretty sure.
Right.
I've been a meat eater my whole life. I'm pretty sure this is beef. He goes, this happens 10 times a week that people send it back because it's just so close to the. I'm like,
Right.
you're serious? He goes, yeah, man, that's the Impossible Burger. He goes, the beef burger looks completely different the way we serve it.
Right.
That's how good the burger was. I was ready to send it back.
But was it cooked on the stove with the beef burger that some of the juices might have been there, or
no,
you just
no.
what was it
is
made
the
of?
Impossible Burger. It's all plant based.
Okay.
They have, I think it's beets and some other coloring in it, so
All right.
it bleeds.
Oh, I see.
Looks like it's bleeding like
Okay.
a regular burger. So I was like, but I was fooled.
Sure.
That's how unbelievable this was. That's why it's called the Impossible Burger.
Oh, man.
This is so that was my first experience with a plant based. Because I've been having like veggie patties and
Sure.
veggie burgers. From the early days in Quebec, this company Eve came out.
Yeah.
I mean, really, between Sawdust and Eve Burgers in the early days, you could not tell the difference.
Right.
You're like, this is.
And it wasn't cheap. Eve's stuff is
Wasn't
not
cheap, and it was horrible. And
Okay.
I think he's come a long way.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's 9 million
Right.
employees at Eve's, but they've come a long way. So let me just say that I started with a positive thing. Now the problem is
Okay.
that I have understood one thing about this world.
Okay.
This is processed food. Yeah, it's not meat-based, and there's a benefit there.
Okay.
That it's not meat-based. But it's like we're probably saving the planet to a certain degree, but then again going back to harming ourselves. So if we're harming ourselves and placing a burden on medical system and our own healths and all
Sure.
this, I think you kind of wind up neutral. Now, I don't have the numbers, but it's all processed food, and it's not good for you. It just doesn't have meat.
Why isn't it good for you?
Because they're still using the same garbage fillers to bind the meat. Those binders and the flavoring and all that.
Bleaches.
Yeah, it's meat free. There's only one thing it's promised to you.
Okay.
It's meat free.
I see.
But what else goes into the meat? Oreos are meat free, right? Doritos are meat free. Like it's that kind of world we're living in where we're running towards plant-based, and these guys are loving it. They're making a ton of money on it. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's processed food. And you know my thing? You know, the last episode we did, I made you a soup from scratch, clean, delicious ingredients. I made sure the sausage I bought was gluten-free and nitrite-free and all that. That's my favorite way to eat, when you can taste how clean and delicious the flavor is. And we're going in a different direction, and I don't like it.
But hang on a second.
Okay, I'll hang on.
This is making the assumption that every Beyond or meatless dish is highly processed.
I'm talking about the burger specifically. You're right.
Okay.
All of them are not. I don't know what else is. Because look, you can go meatless without ever having a meatless product. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, you could make like a grilled portobello, put it between two buns, and there's your burger, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Or you can make your own black bean mushroom burger. But when you buy these particular products, they are generally highly processed. And I would love to hear, brands,
like
names of brands that are not highly processed.
I see.
I would love to hear that, because I that's great. I think it's a great alternative, and it's I encourage people to go a few days a week to start off with, especially of meatless days.
Yeah, but to be fair, are you going to health food stores and vegan type places to buy your stuff, or are you just basing it on, I go to this burger joint and they serve me a Beyond Meat patty and I know it's processed? Like, are you doing your due diligence and going into these places and saying, okay, how highly processed is this? Am I buying stuff that doesn't look that way?
This is an article, one article, only one that I read about how processed the food is.
Okay.
So don't be fooled. It's not good for you, but it's good for the environment. So don't be eating like 5 plant-based burgers.
Okay.
Oh, wait, the way you shouldn't eat a burger every day, you shouldn't eat a plant-based burger every day.
I'll buy that.
I don't think that message is getting out there. I think people are like, yes, we're off to the race. And then we continue to be like, why am I breaking out? I don't know. There's eczema. I've got asthma. All these things that we don't know where they're coming from. We're eating stuff it's not like destined for human consumption. So what was your question again?
Are you doing your due diligence?
I'm not doing my due diligence in the sense that when I was vegan, I was trying to make my own patties. But as a family, to get out there, to relieve my poor daughter who was hating being a vegan of some of the hell, we would go to A&W or Harvey's and have their veggie patty.
Right. So Harvey's is another burger joint in Canada.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's my thing. Your problem isn't necessarily with vegan options that are produced that you purchase in stores. It's the highly processed vegan or meatless products that are being sold to us as if they are a healthy alternative.
Exactly. Okay. It's the product, and it's also the movement. It's also the industry acting like we've got your solution to what ails you. Mm-hmm. Here it is. The path to better health. It is absolutely not.
Okay.
That's the way it's being positioned. And if it isn't, that's the way it has been, and nobody is saying like, hey, no.
Otherwise,
no,
I see.
Not. Yeah.
So what's the solution there, other than making it at home?
That's the solution. That's the solution.
So you're saying to me, if I go to the store and I buy a meatless lasagna, that has veggies and all that other stuff in it, it's highly processed. It's not like I'm making it myself.
No. A veggie lasagna could be amazing, but when you have like a meatless lasagna,
I see. Okay.
Then you're like, what is hydrolyzed soy protein?
Okay.
What are all these things? Like, I don't know.
So just to put a fine point on this, Ali, because I feel like you started broad and you never really got to the point. It's the masquerade of something being meatless and convincing us that it is healthy for us, other than it is less destructive to the environment.
The masquerade is exactly
okay. I've removed the blinds. All right. All right, listen. You know what? At first, I was going to call bullshit on everything you said.
I know. I saw you ready with your fists clenched.
I get it. And I think this also stems from the fact that you have always said that. You have always said this, and you can listen to past episodes where you're like, I'm tired of people trying to convince me that this is whatever it is, because you're calling it the same thing. So in other words, like a veggie veal cutlet. Don't call it a veggie veal cutlet. Call it something else. Make it its own thing.
And then it'll live in its own right. This is what chefs have done this for years. Mm-hmm. Like you screw up something.
Yeah.
Right? You're making some kind of a stew.
Yep.
And you add too much water and you go, God damn it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a soup now. We've got soup on the menu.
Sure.
Right? You adapt, you change the name of it
Yeah.
because the appearance has changed.
For me, that's like whenever something's deconstructed. I can't even say it. It pisses me off so much.
Take some time, buddy. Take some time with it.
Deconstructed cheesecake, go fuck yourself.
Have you ever had that? Is
Yeah,
that a
fuck.
thing?
Anytime they want to get fancy and they don't have to do it in its traditional way,
Yeah.
they'll call it deconstructed.
Yeah.
And to me, I feel like a lot of shortcuts are taken. A lot of bullshit happens when you call something deconstructed. You just throw it on a plate and you're like, let them deal with it. Fuck you. That's what I have to say to that.
Well, the only couple of times I've had deconstructed dishes
Yeah.
is in a high-end restaurant, numerous plates,
Yeah.
like 9
Sure.
courses, smaller, and one of them is a deconstructed dish. So then I've never been like, this chef is lazy because there's a lot going on. But if my dinner,
Yeah.
my main
Yeah.
was a deconstructed dish, I would feel your rage.
Yeah.
I would feel your anger.
I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah, I get it.
It's got to be exceptional if you're going to deconstruct it. And
Yeah.
even then, call it something else.
Yeah.
Don't call it a
So
deconstructed
funny.
whatever.
Deconstructed cheesecake really feels like, chef, I'm sorry, I came in late and I forgot to make the cheesecake. God damn it! All right, we'll just call it a deconstruct. Right? It
Let's
feels
use mascarpone.
It feels
Let's
like
whip it
somebody
up.
was late for
Yep.
work that day.
Yeah.
That's what it
yeah.
feels like.
I got
Yeah.
a problem with that.
Yeah.
All right, so write in. I don't know where you're going to write, but social media's in and tell us what you think about all this business.
Well, we have a website.
Yeah.
We have an email address.
Yeah, we don't have a website. We do
Not
have
a
an email.
website, but
Okay.
an email address. We have our, where people can go for our recipes. Where
Yeah.
do they go for our recipes?
They click on the social media link. So where it says it, it's in our show tags or in our show notes. So when you're looking at it, we say it all the time. But when you're looking at your phone or however you listen to our podcast, just look underneath it and it'll say all our social media tags and it'll show you the recipes and all that business.
Right, and then there's links to write us. But I thought we were on that Pippa. I thought we were people. can go
Pippa,
to
yeah,
Pippa
we
and-
are. But
yeah.
okay, yes.
Huh,
It's
well,
not quite a website, but I hear
It's
what
not
you're
quite a
saying.
website. All right, okay. I'm using the wrong words. Anyway, write in and tell me how you feel about the plant-based foods, which are proliferating, and also. Are there brands that are not processed and things that I can look into? Because I'm happy to do that. Now, personally, I will probably try to make my own also.
Sure.
But there are times where you go, man, it's the summer and
I don't feel like
I've had 15 hot dogs already this
Yeah.
summer, and my limit was 5. And I've had a burger every third day.
Yeah.
And you know what? Yeah, I'm going to a barbecue, but barbecues aren't going anywhere.
Right.
Me, on the other hand, I might be going to my death. So let me take some veggie burgers to
Right.
the big show, to the barbecue. And which one should I take?
Do you have a problem if your veggie dog or veggie burger hits the place where the meat dog or the
No,
meat
of course
burger?
not. That's not. No.
How do you feel about people who have that problem?
I mean, that's their
Prerogative to
That's
have?
their prerogative to have. Yeah. I know we're both smiling right now and being like, oh, those people. But at the same time, like, I get it. You've been a vegetarian for, I don't know, X amount of years,
Yeah.
your whole life. You know, week 1 of becoming a vegetarian, if you're that person, it's like, it's unpleasant to watch from
Sure.
our perspective as meat eaters. But man, 20 years of vegetarian, and you have certain ethics, you have certain flavor, your palate is a certain way. Okay, fine.
And I bet you wouldn't have the same look on your face if it was something religious like kosher meals or halal or whatever, where it's like something can't touch the plate of this or I can't.
Yeah. Well,
use that.
I have so little respect for religion that I actually wouldn't really
Okay,
care
fair
about that either. All right.
Listen.
Like, what, you're going to go to hell because the plate touched another
Maybe you
plate?
will.
I mean,
Maybe you won't, but maybe the person will. Maybe they need that. All right, that's another debate on another show. All right?
That's a maxi episode.
That's a maxi if I've ever heard it. All right, this was Eat and Drink, the mini episode.
That was Eat and Drink with Ali Hassan and Marco Timpano. If you have a topic, cocktail, food item, or segment for what's in Marco's mouth, email us at podcasteatdrink@gmail.com. Again, that's podcasteatdrink@gmail.com. Look for the mini episode on the 1st and 15th of every month. Until the next one, forks up.